So Hunter trying to keep the runner there at third base, which is the leadoff batter, Caden Chavez. First pitch in there for ball one. 1-0. So the Rebels have a runner on third base. Chavez got on with a bunt, stole second. He's at third. 2 outs here at the moment for the Rebels. Cleanup hitter Carter Deculus at the plate. Here comes the pitch. High, 2-0. Hunter able to get William Power out with he bunted, was able to move Chavez to third, and then was able to just strike out Evan Vincent, the number 3 hole hitter in the lineup. Here comes a 2-0 pitch by Hunter, way outside, 3-0. So Sage is falling behind here on Deculus. On deck, Brennan Storms, the third baseman. So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. No score here in the top of the first inning at Father Wilson Field. Here comes a 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 3-1. So this Rebel Ball Club from Lafayette, Louisiana, their record on the season 20-11-1. Their one tie came from Thursday night's game. This team, they compete in the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. Here comes a 3-1 pitch. Hits it off to the left side, and it's going to go out of play. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hunter trying to keep the leadoff hitter, Chavez, at third base. Here comes a 3-2 pitch to Deculus. High, ball 4, walks him. So I got a runner on first. So it's going to bring up the third baseman, Brennan Storms, coming to the plate. Brennan Storms batting on the season .277 with 11 RBIs. So Hunter trying to see if he can get out of this little bit of a jam that started here in the top of the first inning. No score. Thanks for joining us here on the Legacy Sports Network for afternoon Saturday matinee baseball. First pitch outside, 1-0. Hunter Sage today is the pitcher for the Eagles. This will be game number 8 for him. Second game he has started on the season. He usually comes in relief. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Curveball way too high, got away from him. 2-0. Good stop there by Bryant, getting out of his stance to be able to catch it. So Chavez can't come scoring from third base. So 2 balls, no strikes. Hunter on the season has pitched 9 2/3 innings with a 5.0 ERA. Runner on first, runner on third. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. So 2-1. Coach Brooks Badeau is the coach here for the Rebels. He graduated from this class in 1994. He was a 2016 Coach of the Year. He played at Florida State University in college, then went to the Durham Bulls, playing shortstop. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and called time. Today's ball game has 3 umpires. Haven't seen 3 umpires at one of these high school baseball games here this season. We got a umpire at first base, and the other umpire is in between first and second base here. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Runner takes off running, swing and foul tip. 2-2. So now I got 2 runners in scoring position. Brennan Storms at the plate. Brennan Storms has played in 32 games this season. He's got 11 RBIs, 19 walks. He's got a good eye at the plate. So deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. That was a big strikeout there by Hunter Sage. He gets the last 2 guys out. So the Rebels leave 2 runners on, but can't bring a run in. Bottom of the first coming up here for the Eagles. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
More than a credit union, we're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Ah, football. The roar of the crowd, the crisp fall air. At least you were going to go to the game until your dog got sick, your in-laws decided to visit for the weekend, the grass needs mowing, your sister decided to have her wedding during the biggest game of the year, and, whew, don't sweat it. Take a breath. That's where we come in. Quick Assist seamlessly lists your unused tickets on over a dozen different platforms with the click of a button. And our pricing experts guarantee you're getting the best value for your seats every time. Quick Assist. Your ticket everywhere.
Bottom of the first inning, Eagles coming to bat against the Tuerlings Rebels. Pitching today for the Rebels is Isaac Boudreau. This will be game number 4 that he has started on the season. He's 1-1 on the season with a 5.88 ERA. He's only pitched 8 1/3 innings here on the season. So coming to bat for the Eagles will be Jay Marcantel. Jay Marcantel played in the game on Tuesday. Jay Marcantel batting .378 on the season. He was 0 for 3 in the game on Tuesday afternoon, but he did draw a walk and scored a run. Here comes the first pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-0. Game time temperature here today, 78 degrees at Father Wilson Field. Wind is blowing out to left field at 11 miles per hour. The humidity is strong today, 75%. Here comes a 1-0 pitch on the outside. 1-1. So the Eagles coming into today's game with a record of 12-11, winning their last game on Tuesday. Here comes the next pitch. Foul off to the right side. It's going to fall. Oh, it just goes out. Misses the line, goes foul, and it's going to be 1-2. The Eagles won on Tuesday. In last night's game, they got rained out. And that game will be replayed on Monday night against the Concordia Lutheran Crusaders, 7 p.m. here on the Legacy Sports Network. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jay Marcantel, the leadoff hitter for the Eagles. Here comes the pitch. Down low, 2-2. Cloudy day here today at the ballpark. Had a little sprinkles here early on, but should be able to hold off on the rain. Here comes a 2 balls, 2 strike pitch to Marcantel. Fouls it off to the right side. So Isaac Boudreau, he's on his way to the University of Southern Mississippi after this season. That's where he's committed to. This is game number 5 for him on the season. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Got him looking. So that's the first out. Coming up to bat now is Braxton Mandela. Braxton Mandela today playing shortstop for the Eagles. Braxton Mandela batting .345 on the season. So Braxton Mandela is a switch hitter. On Tuesday's game, he was 1 for 3 with a single. Comes the first pitch, pops it straight up in the air. Third baseman Storms looks like he's going to get it, catches it right in front of the third baseman box. And that's the first out, second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the second baseman today, Travis Rutch, coming to the plate. Travis Rutch batting .381 on the season. He was 0 for 3 in the game on Tuesday. A little bit of a different lineup here today for the Eagles. Mandela playing shortstop and Travis Rutsch playing second base. Usually Mandela plays second base. But we got Rutsch here today playing second. Here's the first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. 0-1. Eagles able to break their 7-game losing streak on Tuesday to get them over the 500 record here, 12-11. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Got it on the outside corner. 0-2. Rutsch is behind on the count. So no balls, 2 strikes. Boudreau trying to get himself out of the inning here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Try to get on the outside corner, but ball 1-2. Boudreau has now thrown 10 pitches here in this inning. He's been pretty efficient so far. Travis Rutsch looking in. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to the second baseman. Bro picks it up, flips it to first, and gets him out of the inning. So it's a 1-2-3 inning here for the Eagles. Top of the second inning coming up for the Rebels. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric will show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
Ah, football. The roar of the crowd, the crisp fall air. At least you were going to go to the game until your dog got sick, your in-laws decided to visit for the weekend, the grass needs mowing, your sister decided to have her wedding during the biggest game of the year, and whew, don't sweat it. Take a breath. That's where we come in. Quick Assist seamlessly lists your unused tickets on over a dozen different platforms with the click of a button. And our pricing experts guarantee you're getting the best value for your seats every time. Quick Assist. Your ticket everywhere.
At United Community, we're more than a credit union. We're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
No score, top of the second inning for the Rebels. Coming up to bat, Hudson Clavel, left-handed batter. This team is 6th batter of the game. 4 of the 6 batters now have been a left-handed batter for the Rebels. So Hunter Sage got himself out of a jam there in the first. See how the second inning starts. Going to show bunt. Let's set up the defensive alignment here today for the Eagles. In left field today, Jackson Riles. Center field, Jay Marcantel. In right field, Dominic Davila. Inside on the baseline, we'll get that here in just a second after this 1-0 pitch by Hunter Sage. Pops it up to left field, Jackson Riles backing up, looking into the sky, and gets it. So 1 out. Come back to the infield here. Third baseman today is Reed Houston. At shortstop, Braxton Mandela. At second base, Travis Rutsch. At first base, Kevin Kirk. And catching today is William Bryant. Up to bat now is Mason Gonzalez, the first baseman for the Rebels. Fouls the first pitch off. So 0-1. Mason Gonzalez today coming into the game batting .289 on the season. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, no runners on. Comes the 0-2 pitch by Hunter. Hits it over the second baseman's head, goes into right field for a base hit. Nice hit there by Gonzalez. So that's going to bring up Oliver Dean to the plate. Oliver Dean batting .325 on the season. This will be game number 33 for him tonight. He's got a home run with 24 RBIs. So Gonzalez over there at first base. Gonzalez on the season with 4 stolen bases. Not much of a lead. Here comes the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. So the Tuerlings Catholic Rebels today wearing their 1985 state championship jerseys. Throwbacks today. Coach Brooks Badeau likes to wear different uniforms, big into uniforms. Next pitch outside, gets it. Bryant's going to throw down the second, and they're going to get him. Nice play there by Bryant. Able to throw out Gonzalez, trying to steal second base. And that's 2 outs. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs to Oliver Dean, the catcher for the Rebels. Comes a pitch by Hunter. High. 2-1. So I heard their game on Thursday against the Houston Christian team. It was military night, and this Rebel team wore their camouflage jerseys for that game Thursday night. Nice to see today the Eagles wearing their red uniforms here today. Next pitch inside, 3-1. On deck, Jackson Bro on deck. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Fouls it off. 3-2. Hunter Sage trying to see if he can get out of this inning. He's pitched well here so far. Thrown 29 pitches already here in the game. 10 pitches this inning. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to the second baseman. Rush. Got it. Flip it to first. Got him. And that's the end of the inning. So they get 1 hit, but they have no runners on base. And don't bring any runners in. No score here. Bottom of the second inning coming up for the Eagles. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Ah, football. The roar of the crowd, the crisp fall air. At least you were going to go to the game until your dog got sick, your in-laws decided to visit for the weekend, the grass needs mowing, your sister decided to have her wedding during the biggest game of the year, and whew, don't sweat it. Take a breath. That's where we come in. Quick Assist seamlessly lists your unused tickets on over a dozen different platforms with the click of a button. And our pricing experts guarantee you're getting the best value for your seats every time. Quick Assist. Your ticket everywhere.
At United Community, we're more than a credit union. We're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage.
Reed Houston at the plate. No score here. Bottom of the second inning. Eagles up to bat. First pitch on the outside corner. First strike, one. Reed Houston today coming into the game batting .292 on the season. He's playing third base today in place of the freshman Trip Marion. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Houston on the season with 6 RBIs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Way outside, 2-1. So Isaac Boudreau pitched well there in the first inning, got out of the inning with the first 3 batters. Command's a little bit off here to start the bottom of the second inning against Houston. Here comes the pitch. Hits a bouncing ball in between third and shortstop and gets a base hit. So Houston gets himself on base. It's going to bring up the catcher, William Bryant. William Bryant, game number 22 for him tonight. He's batting .347 on the season. He's got 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 13 RBIs on the season. So runner on first base, no outs. Going to show bunt. Ball goes high and gets away from the catcher, Dean, and that gets Houston down to second base. So the Eagles with a runner in scoring position here to start the bottom of the second inning. Bryant on Tuesday's game was 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Comes a 1-0 pitch. He's going to show bunt, pops it up and out of play. So 1-1. Set the defensive lineman here for the Rebels here this afternoon. In left field, Carter Deculus. In center field, Caden Chavez. In right field, Evan Vincent. In the infield at third base, Brennan Storms. Shortstop, William Power. Second baseman, Jackson Bro. And at first base, Mason Gonzalez. And the catcher today is Oliver Dean. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Bryant showing bunt again. That one's low. 2-1. Eagles trying to put some runs on the board here today. They won their game on Tuesday, 5-2. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Shows bunt, gets it down. Boudreau picks it up, throws the first, gets away. Ball goes away, and Houston's going to get all the way around and score. And then the ball gets away from the catcher, and there goes Bryant down to second base. And the Eagles got runners all over the place here at the moment. So the ball gets away, throw there by Boudreau, got away from the first baseman. Bryant's able to get the first base. And then they throw the ball back toward the catcher to see if they could get Houston coming down from third, and the ball got away from him, and Bryant goes down to second base. So we got a runner at second, Jackson Riles at the plate. Eagles take the lead here, 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Swing and a miss. Riles was late on that pitch. So 0-1. Riles batting .239 on the season. He was 1 for 2 in the game on Tuesday. So runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch outside. 1-1. No outs. Riles looking into Boudreau. Here's the pitch. Way outside and gets away. That's going to get Bryant to third. So now I got a runner 90 feet away. Jackson Riles on the season with runners in scoring position. He's batting .095 on the season. So if he can get a base hit here, it would definitely help his numbers. So here comes a 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ball to the third baseman. Storms picks it up, throws to first. Got him, but Bryant scores. So nice play there, getting Bryant in, and umpires are going to come in and have a little quick conversation. So right now it's 2-0. Today we got 3 umpires in this ball game. Coming to bat now will be Kevin Kirk, the sophomore, playing first base. Kevin Kirk batting 143 on the season. Talking to his dad here earlier today. Kevin Kirk and Kyle Kirk, twins on this ball club. And they're both left-handers. But Kirk is going to bat from the right side here. So no runners on. Eagles with the lead, 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Oh, that was Riles still. So now here comes Kirk to the plate. So Kirk, left-hand batter. Here comes the pitch. In there for strike one. So they put the runner back at third, Bryant, the runner there. So 1-0. Here comes the pitch. Fouls off. 1-1. Oh, 0-2. 1 out. On deck for the Eagles, Dominic Davila, the right fielder here playing today. So Kirk trying to see if he can drive in this run. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So Dominic Davila coming to bat. Dominic Davila, this will be game number 7 for him. Batting .400 on the season, hasn't batted very often. 2 for 5, does have an RBI. Here comes the pitch. Fouls it off to the right side. 0-1. Dominic Davila, the senior on this ball club. Waiting to get the ball here. This is Webb Lewis, who's on deck, tracking down the ball. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on third. Comes the pitch. On the outside corner for strike 2. 0-2. So Dominic trying to see if he can bring in the run from third base. Tyler Vallone running over there for Bryant. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Low. 1-2. Rebels trying to get out of this jam here in the bottom of the second inning. One ball, 2 strikes to Davila. Here comes the pitch. Fouls it off. So we'll do it again. Pedro thrown 19 pitches here so far in this inning. Eagles scored 1 run here in the bottom of the second to take the lead 1-0. Runner on third. There's a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the end of the inning. So the Eagles leave 1 runner on, but they score 1 run. Top of the third inning coming up for the Rebels. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric will show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
At United Community, we're more than a credit union. We're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Legacy Sports Network, lsnsports.com, broadcasting high school athletics for 18 years in the greater Houston area, building a legacy one game at a time. Please follow us on our social media pages. Like us on Facebook on LSN Sports, or follow us on X at Legacy Sports Net, or on Instagram at Legacy Sports Network. Here's a pitch. First pitch to Jackson Bro High for ball one. 1-0. So the Eagles take the lead in the bottom of the second inning, 1-0. Rebels with their number 9 hitter, Jackson Bro, at the plate. Here's the pitch by Hunter Sage, showing bunt. It's going to be a strike, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck, Caden Chavez. Here's the pitch. Pops it up to the right side. Right fielder out there, Webb Lewis has got it. And that's the first out of the inning. Actually, it was Davila who caught that ball. So 1 out. That comes back to the top of the order where Caden Chavez, who got a base hit his first time up. His base hit was a bunt. Able to get himself on. So the infield is playing in. Houston is playing on the grass at third, looking for a bunt here by Chavez. Here comes the pitch. In there for strike 1. Chavez batting .459 on the season. He scored 25 runs so far with 17 walks, 9 strikeouts, 13 stolen bases for Chavez. Here's the next pitch. Fouls it off. 0-2. Hunter Sage thrown 4 straight strikes in a row. He's pitching well here today in this ball game. So far, thrown 35 pitches. Top of the order here for the Rebels. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. So the Rebels, this is a team that focuses on strong pitching, clutch hitting, and their culture is to play into their standard rather than looking to past success. So trying to just be in the moment. This team has played well, 20-11-1 on the season. Here comes a 1-2 pitch by Sage. Just got a piece of it, fouled it off. Do it again. This team is from Lafayette, Louisiana. They compete in the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. They're definitely a consistent powerhouse in the Louisiana high school baseball. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. This team won the 2024 state championship and the 2025 state championship. This team is, I would say, dynamite. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, no runners on. Infield playing regular depth. Here comes a pitch. Little high. 2-2. So Hunter's going to take a moment here, wiping the sweat off. 78% humidity here this afternoon at this ballpark here in Houston, Texas today. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hits a bouncing ball to Rutch at second. Rutch picks it up, flips it to first. Got him. Nice play there by Rutch to throw out Chavez, who's got speed. That's going to bring up William Power, the shortstop. He grounded out his first time up at bat. William Power batting .318 on the season. He's got a home run, a triple, and 18 RBIs. With 20 walks on the season and 10 strikeouts. Here's a pitch by Sage on the outside corner for strike one. 0-1. Hunter trying to see if he can get out of this inning with a 1-2-3 inning. Hunter's pitching well here so far today. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing. 0-2. Hunter Sage early on in the season was wearing a knee brace on his leg. He was easy to spot. His knee is doing much better now. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. And that's strikeout number 3 for Hunter Sage. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Eagles leading 1-0, bottom of the 3rd inning coming up. Stay with us right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Ah, football. The roar of the crowd, the crisp fall air. At least you were going to go to the game until your dog got sick, your in-laws decided to visit for the weekend, the grass needs mowing, your sister decided to have her wedding during the biggest game of the year, and whew, don't sweat it. Take a breath. That's where we come in. Quick Assist seamlessly lists your unused tickets on over a dozen different platforms with the click of a button. And our pricing experts guarantee you're getting the best value for your seats every time. Quick Assist. Your ticket everywhere.
Brandt and Jen Stogner are serious trial attorneys that specialize in personal injury. They've recovered hundreds of millions of dollars for their clients. If you or someone you love has been involved in a catastrophic accident due to the negligence of someone else, call Brandt and Jen Stogner for a free consultation and find out what your case might be worth. Brandt and Jen Stogner, supporting local high school athletics. Eagles leading 1-0 here. Bottom of the 3rd inning with Webb Lewis, Jay Marcantel the top of the order, and Braxton Mandela coming to the plate. Webb Lewis playing DH here in today's game, batting .214 on the season. This will be game number 10 for him. So Isaac Boudreau still pitching here for the Rebels. He's already thrown 31 pitches in this game. He retired the last 3 batters in a row. He's been throwing a first pitch strike on 75% of his pitches. He's already got 4 strikeouts in this game. So Lewis, left-handed batter. Here's the first pitch by Boudreau. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Boudreau looking in to Dean. Here comes his pitch. Fouls it off the catcher. 0-2. Oliver Dean wearing one of these hockey face masks here today. They don't give much give like a normal face mask does. Once you get hit in the face on it, definitely has a little sting to you. So no balls, 2 strikes. Webb Lewis, first batter here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Eagles lean 1-0. Here comes the pitch. Down low. 1-2. So the Eagles able to get on the board in the bottom of the 2nd with a Reed Houston base hit. William Bryant got on with an error and was able to bring in Houston to score. Next pitch, inside, 2-2. Webb Lewis with a good eye here at the moment at the plate. Webb Lewis only been at bat 14 times on the season, but he does have 4 walks. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. That's strikeout number 5 for Boudreau. So go back to the top of the order with Jay Marcantel coming to the plate. Jay Marcantel struck out his first time up, looking. Marcantel are batting .378 on the season. Marcantel doesn't strike out very often. Only had 4 strikeouts coming into this game today. Here's the pitch by Boudreau. Bouncing ball to the first baseman. Gonzalez picks it up himself. He's going to step on the bag. That's going to be 2 outs. So it's going to bring up Braxton Mandela, who flew out his first time up. So Braxton Mandela batting .345 on the season. Braxton today playing shortstop, giving Chris Fuentes, the regular shortstop, the day off. Normally Mandela plays second base. Travis Rutch is playing second today instead. Here's first pitch. Outside, 1-0. So Mandela, he is the nephew of the coach of the Rebels, Bobby Badeau. Here's the pitch. Inside. First strike, 1-1. So Mrs. Mandela coming up here today. She knows this team really well, the Rebels, since this is her brother's team. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Comes a pitch. Hits a shot to shortstop Power. Power just puts his hand up and catches it, and that's the end of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Eagles still lean 1-0, top of the 4th inning coming up for the Rebels. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
At United Community, we're more than a credit union. We're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Top of the 4th inning here at Father Wilson Field. Eagles lean 1-0. Hope you're enjoying the game here today on YouTube TV with our camera guys, from Andy to Enrique to Ed helping us out, and Augie, our producer director, here today, bringing you all this live action here from Father Wilson Field here in Houston, Texas for this ball game here today. So Hunter Sage still pitching here today, pitching well. 3 strikeouts in the game so far. 3 of his outs that he's gotten also have been on ground balls in this game. So coming to bat will be the number 3 hole hitter, Evan Vincent, playing right field. Evan Vincent batting .325 on the season. He struck out his first time up here today. Reed Houston, the third baseman, playing on the grass, looking for a potential bunt here by Vincent. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for strike 1, 0-1. So Hunter Sage got through the first 3 innings, pitching well. This is the innings that we start to struggle for the Eagles here lately. It's the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Let's see how Hunter does here. Next pitch is high, 1-1. So Vincent, another left-handed batter in this ball club for the Rebels. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off to the left side. 1-2. So St. John 23rd team here this last week, where the Eagles beat them 5-2 to break their 7-game losing streak that they had. Trying to see if they can add to their winning streak here today against the Rebels. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Just inside, 2-2. So Sage looking in to his catcher today, William Bryant. Nobody on. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. That's strikeout number 4 for Hunter Sage here today. So that brings up the cleanup hitter, Carter Deculus. Carter Deculus, he got a walk his first time up. Deculus batting .354 on the season with 17 RBIs. 10 walks, 5 strikeouts. Here's a pitch. Ball outside, 1-0. So the Eagles were able to break their 7-game losing streak the other day. In that 7-game losing streak, their pitching, they gave up almost 7 runs a game. That game they won on Tuesday only gave up 3 runs. In their first strike, 1-1. I mean, 2 runs, I should say. 5-2 on Tuesday's ball game. Braden Comstock and Kyle Kirk were the differences makers in that game on Tuesday. Kyle Kirk was the main reason coming in relief. Here's the next pitch right down the middle for strike 2. 1-2. Kyle Kirk came into the game in a jam that Comstock got himself into. Was able to get out of it. Pitched 2 1/3 innings. Faced 8 batters. Left 3 runners on base. Here's the next pitch. Boy, the ball's hit well to Marketel in center field. Marketel doesn't have to move very far, and it's an out. That's 2 outs. That's going to bring up Brennan Storms, the third baseman. He struck out his first time up here today as well. So Hunter Sage, he's retired the last 6 batters in a row. Thrown 52 pitches so far in this game. Eagles do have a player warming up in the pen down the left field line. A little too far away for me to see what number he is. So here's Brennan Storms, the number 5 hole hitter on the team. Hits a shot into center field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Nice hit there by Storms right up the middle. So it's going to bring up Hunter Clavel come to the plate. He flew out his first time up. He's playing DH in this game here today, batting .273 on the season with 17 RBIs. Brennan Storms over there at first base has 9 stolen bases on the season, so got to watch him. Could take off going to second. Eagles lead 1-0. Top of the 4th inning, 2 outs. Here's the first pitch in their first strike. Clavel was showing that he was going to bunt. Houston, who's playing third base here today, he's playing near the grass, giving the day off to Trip Marion, the freshman. So no balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Low, 1-1. So the infield today for the Eagles a little bit different. Got Houston at third, Mandela at short, Rutch at second, and Kirk at first. Mandela is the only regular infielder, just playing a different position today. Quick snap throw over to first base. Storms is back. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Quick another snap throw over there to first base. So the Tuerling Catholic Rebels from Lafayette, Louisiana, playing their last game here on this road trip. They've brought a nice crowd here to Father Wilson Field for this game. They've traveled well. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Hunter already with 4 strikeouts in this game. Trying to see if he can get strikeout number 5 and leave the runner on base. Hunter looking into William Bryant for the pitch. Here it is. Outside. 2-2. Bryant did a quick jump up there like he was thinking about throwing down to first base to check on Storms, but Storms didn't really go anywhere there. These 1985 jerseys the Rebels are wearing today in honor of their 1985 state championship teams are pretty darn cool looking. If you're a jersey person, they're pretty cool. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's strikeout number 5 for Sage. And that's the end of the top of the 4th. The Rebels leave 1 runner on. Eagles still leading 1-0. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Stay with us right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Ah, football. The roar of the crowd, the crisp fall air. At least you were going to go to the game until your dog got sick, your in-laws decided to visit for the weekend, the grass needs mowing, your sister decided to have her wedding during the biggest game of the year, and whew, don't sweat it. Take a breath. That's where we come in. Quick Assist seamlessly lists your unused tickets on over a dozen different platforms with the click of a button. And our pricing experts guarantee you're getting the best value for your seats every time. Quick Assist. Your ticket everywhere.
At United Community, we're more than a credit union. We're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Today's St. Thomas Eagles baseball game brought to you by the St. Thomas Eagles Athletic Booster Club. Eagle Fight Never Dies, proud supporters of the Legacy Sports Network. Eagles leading 1-0 here at Father Wilson Field. Bottom of the 4th inning, Isaac Boudreau still in the game. He's retired the last 6 batters in a row. He's already got 5 strikeouts in this game. Eagles were able to score a run in the bottom of the 2nd inning on a base hit by Reed Houston. And then William Bryant came up. There was a couple errors that were thrown around, and Houston was able to score. And that's how we're at 1-0 here to start the bottom of the 4th inning with Travis Rutsch coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up in this game. So Boudreau already thrown 40 pitches in the game. Here's pitch number 41 for him. First pitch is a ball. 1-0. Boudreau looking in. Here's his 1-0 pitch. On the outside corner. Strike 1. So we're playing here today at Father Wilson Field. This is the 2nd oldest Catholic high school here in the city of Houston. Father Wilson, he was a legendary priest, teacher, administrator, and baseball coach. He was here for 50 years. Here's a hit over the second baseman. Gets by into base hit. So Rutsch gets himself on base. Nice hit there by Rutsch. That's going to bring up Reed Houston to the plate, who's already got a base hit in this game. So Father Wilson, he was here for 50 years from 1934 to 1991. He emphasized, teach me guidance, discipline, and knowledge. So the Eagles with the runner on base, no outs. Infield playing regular depth. First pitch way outside, 1-0. On deck for the Eagles is William Bryant. Reed Houston, this is game number 12, batting .292 on the season. Already 1 for 1 in this game here today. Trying to see if he can move Rutsch around. Next pitch on the outside corner. 1-1. It's a humid day here today in Houston. clouds, little blue sky, but yesterday's game got rained out. Yesterday's game will be replayed on Monday night at 7 p.m. You can follow us here on the Legacy Sports Network. Next pitch, popped it straight up. Dean, the catcher, is looking to see if he has a play, but it's going to go over the backstop and out of play. So 1-2. Alston today getting the opportunity to play in place of the freshman Trip Marion. So the Eagles have a game on Monday. Also have a game on Tuesday this coming week. Here comes a 1-2 pitch by Bedreau. Outside, 2-2. Travis Rutch standing over there at first base. Only has 3 stolen bases on the season. Has not been caught. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here's the pitch. Fouled it off. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2-2. Houston didn't play very many games in the month of March. Only played 5 games. He was 2 for 10 in those 5 games. Here comes a 2-2 pitch by Bedreau. Curveball, got him. Fooled him. That's strikeout number 6 here today for Bedreau. So William Bryant, the catcher, coming to the plate. He reached base his last time up on an error. Bryant batting .347 on the season. Can watch this replay of this strikeout here by Bedreau on Houston. You can see Houston was just fooled on that pitch. First pitch, curveball on the outside corner, 0-1. Bedreau's got a good curveball happening here in the bottom of the 4th inning. He's got 6 strikeouts in the game so far in 3 1/3 innings pitched. Runner on first. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2. Goes from that curveball to that fastball. Infield playing regular depth. Eagles lean 1-0. Bottom of the 4th, Bedreau, pitch number 52 coming. Just outside. Good eye there by Bryant, 1-2. Bryant, being a catcher, got a good eye for the strike zone at the plate. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's a pitch by Bedreau, way outside. Rush takes off, and he's going to steal second. So we got a runner in scoring position. That was a good pitch to run on there by Rutch. Ball was way outside. Oliver Dean not able to even make a play on it. So now the count's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner in scoring position. Jackson Riles on deck for the Eagles. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Curveball hits it into the left field gap. Left fielder on his horse, Deculus. He's got it. And that's 2 outs. Keeps the runner at second base as well. Nice catch there by Deculus. But it was a good ride there by Bryant. Good contact. That's the thing I saw on Tuesday's ball game where they won that game. Their contact was some of the best I've seen in weeks. So here's Jackson Riles trying to see if he can bring Rutch in from second base. Eagles lean 1-0. Riles 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Riles, the senior. Curveball, fouls it off. 0-1. Bedreau has thrown quite a few curveballs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Thrown 15 pitches so far in the bottom of the 4th. Riles is ready to go. Bedreau looking to Dean, his catcher, for the signal. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Riles batting .239 on the season. Trying to see if he can bring in Rutch from second base to give them little insurance runs here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. That's the end of the inning. That's strikeout number 7 for Boudreau in the bottom of the 4th. So the Eagles leave one runner on. Eagles still leading 1-0, top of the 5th inning for the Rebels coming up. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric will show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
Eagles lean 1-0 here to start the top of the 5th inning, and we have a new pitcher on the mound here for the Eagles. Dominic Pizzola coming into the game for Hunter Sage, who pitched a great game here this afternoon. Hunter Sage pitched 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. So coming to bat will be Mason Gonzalez. He's 1 for 1 in this game so far here today. So this ballpark here at Father Wilson Field, the beautiful ballpark. I was talking to Kyle and Kevin Kirk's dad here earlier today. We were both talking about what a beautiful baseball field this place is. The place groundbreaking in October of 2021, and it was completed in the summer of 2023 at the cost of $7.9 million. This ballpark holds a capacity of 440 people with a turf field, infield, outfield. It's one beautiful ballpark. Ever get an opportunity to come to Houston, Texas, I highly recommend just stopping by the St. Thomas Eagle baseball field here at Father Wilson Field just to check it out. So the Eagles lead 1-0, top of the 5th inning. Dominic Pizzola in the game in relief. Now he's running off the mound. And they're changing his shoes, it looks like. So Pizzola's going over there, put on some different shoes. Didn't have the right shoes on He's warming up in the wrong shoes apparently there. The umpire came out and told him, and now he's over there tying his shoelaces. So Pizzola, this will be game number 5 for him on the season. He's got 5 innings pitched with 1 win, 4 strikeouts. So Pizzola now is all good to go. Got his shoes on. Getting the ball from his catcher, William Bryant. So Mason Gonzalez coming to the plate for the Rebels. It looks like they're going to let him pitch a couple more pitches here with his correct shoes on. Just one more pitch, and Bryant throws it down. So in this game so far, the Rebels, no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. The Eagles leading with 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. So Gonzalez, a right-handed batter. Start the top of the 5th inning. Here's the first pitch by Pizzola. Bounces in for ball 1, 1-0. So the Tuerling Catholic Rebels from Lafayette, Louisiana here today. Going home after this game. Next pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, no outs. Gonzalez, the first baseman. Hits it off to the right side. Kirk is looking for it. Kirk thinks he's got a chance. He does in foul ground territory. Nice catch there by Kirk. So 1 out. That brings up the catcher, Oliver Dean, coming to the plate. Oliver Dean 0 for 1 in the game. He grounded out his first time up, batting .222 on the season. Here's a pitch by Pizzatola. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Pizzatola, he's ready to go. Already got his foot on the rubber. Ready to pitch. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Boy, the ball looked like it hit him, but it looks like it hit the bottom of the bat, so it's 0-2. I was trying to see if they were going to call that a hit batter, if it hit the bottom of the bat, and it hit the bottom of the bat, so Pizzatola ahead of the count, 0-2 on Dean. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. 1-2. So Pizzatola in relief of Hunter Sage, who has pitched very well here today. Hunter Sage, this was only game number 8 for him on the season, and that was one of the best games I've seen Hunter Sage pitch. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Jackson Bros standing on deck for the Rebels. Here comes a 2-2 pitch by Pizzatola. Bouncing ball to Houston, gets by Houston and into the left field for a base hit. So that brings up Jackson Bro, who's 0 for 1 in the game. Batting .271 on the season. So the Eagles lead 1-0. Pizzatola trying to see if he can keep this lead for the Eagles here in the top of the 5th inning. Pizzatola working out of the stretch. Houston is on the grass, the third baseman, looking for a bunt. First pitch way inside, 1-0. So doing a little research before this game, the team, the Tuerling Catholic Rebels from Lafayette, Louisiana. The school was founded in 1955 by William Joseph Tuerling. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-0. He was a pioneer Catholic priest. He was a driving force in the creation of the school name. School opened in 1955. He passed away in 1957. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Go snap throw. The first gets away from Kirk. He's going to get the runner, Dean, down into scoring position. He's going to round second. He's going to stop. He's going to, oh, he could have gone all the way to third because the Eagles were struggling to pick up the ball there. So now you got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Boy, Dean, they took a huge turn there at second base. Could have taken off running further, but he stopped. So now you got a runner in scoring position. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. Running over there for Dean is Ryder Thomas at second base. So Bro at the plate, ahead on the count, 3-0. Trying to see if he can bring in Thomas from second. Here comes a 3-0 pitch outside, ball 4. That brings up the top of the order with Caden Chavez coming to the plate. Caden Chavez, 1 for 2 in the game, got a bunt to start off the game. So Pizzatola now in a little bit of a jam here with 1 out. Pizzatola looking into his catcher, William Bryant, for the signal. Here comes the pitch. Shows a bunt. Curveball on the outside corner for strike 1. Coaching third base over there for the Rebels is the head coach, Brooks Badeau. He's in a good stance, ready to wave in Thomas from second base if there's an opportunity. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, going to show bunt. It's going to be inside, 1-1. Caden Chavez batting .459 on the season. He's got 34 hits and 74 at-bats. 32 base hits, 32 singles, 1 double and a triple. Here comes a 1-1 pitch by Pizzatola. Bryant with a snap throw down to second. Ball was high, 2-1. Eagles have a player warming up in the pen down the left field line. Pizzatola, a little bit of a jam here in the top of the 5th inning. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Chavez with a good eye, wanting to bunt, but is pulled back on the bunt. Pizzatola. 3-1 pitch coming. Strike 2. Ball gets away. That's going to get the runners from first and second. They're all going to move down. So now you got runners at second and third. Full count. Infield playing in now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. William Power on deck. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Walks him. So now I got the bases loaded for the number 2 hitter, William Power, coming to the plate. William Power batting .318 on the season. So we're going to come out, have a little quick conference with Pizzatola. Just pitching coach is going to come out and have a conversation with Bryant and Pizzatola. So we got bases loaded, 1 out. William Power at the plate. He's 0 for 2 in the game, grounded out and struck out. Quick little conversation there with Pizzatola, keeping him in the game, even with the guy warming up down there in the pen for the Eagles. William Power has got 18 RBIs on the season, 20 walks and 10 strikeouts. Infield playing regular depth. And we call time. Wind is picked up a little bit here. Blowing out to left field now at 13 miles per hour. Temperature's 80 degrees. First pitch outside, ball 1. Pizzatola has now thrown 19 pitches here in this inning in relief of Hunter Sage. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And then Bryant's going to come out and have a conversation with him. So Oliver Dean able to get a base hit here and then went from first to second on an error. Jackson Bro got a walk. Then Jaden Chavez with a walk as well. We got the bases loaded here at the top of the 5th inning. Eagles lead 1-0. Here comes Pizzatola's 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. 1-2. This would be a big out if Pizzatola can get this out with Evan Vincent on deck. Evan Vincent, the 3-hole hitter. He's got 2 strikeouts in the game, but he's an RBI machine. Here's a 1-2 pitch by Pizzatola. Bouncing ball. Houston's got it. Throw to second for 1. To first. Got him! Double play! Started by Houston to Rutsch to Kirk, and they get out of the inning. Wow, that was dynamite. So no runs score for the Rebels, but the Eagles lead 1-0. Here's a hit. Houston takes the ball, throws to second to Rutsch for 1, to Kirk for 2. And that's a double play, and we get out of the inning with the Eagles leading 1-0. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. Stay with us right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Ah, football. The roar of the crowd, the crisp fall air. At least you were going to go to the game until your dog got sick, your in-laws decided to visit for the weekend, the grass needs mowing, your sister decided to have her wedding during the biggest game of the year, and whew, don't sweat it. Take a breath. That's where we come in. Quick Assist seamlessly lists your unused tickets on over a dozen different platforms with the click of a button. And our pricing experts guarantee you're getting the best value for your seats every time. Quick Assist. Your ticket everywhere.
United Community, we're more than a credit union. We're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Eagles leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. New pitcher for the Rebels, Carson Credo, into the game. This will be game number 9 for him on the season. 22 1/3 innings pitched with a 4.7 ERA. He's got 5 walks in 19 strikeouts. So the first batter will be Kevin Kirk, the left-hander. Takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Kirk was on the end of that double play combination there by Houston, Rutsch, and Kirk, getting themselves out of the top of the 5th inning. Eagles still lean 1-0. Next pitch in there for a strike 1. Boy, that was an amazing double play there for the Eagles to get out of. Power just did like a check swing ball to Houston, who's got it. Nice play by Houston, who's not the normal third baseman, to start the double play. And they get themselves out of the inning, not giving up any runs and still leading here 1-0. So 1-2 count to Kirk. Credo, the new pitcher in the game here so far. He's faced 102 batters already on the season. Next pitch outside, 2-2. Players are batting .300 against him. So Kirk, 0 for 1 in the game so far with a strikeout. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off to the left side, out of play. Kirk today playing in place of Henry Beck, who normally plays first base. Seen a little bit more of Kevin Kirk playing here recently in these last few weeks. Kevin Kirk in the month of March, he played 5 games, was 2 for 5. Next pitch, fouls it off. 2-2, just got a piece of it. On deck, Dominic Davila. Davila today 0 for 1, standing on deck. So lefty on lefty here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here's the pitch. Got him on the outside corner for strike 3. So here comes Dominic Davila to the plate. The Rebels now have struck out 8 batters. Isaac Bordeaux, who is the starting pitcher today, he pitched 4 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, but 7 strikeouts with no walks. So here's Davila up to bat, 0 for 1. First pitch, curveball on the outside corner for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Hits it off to the right side. First baseman, right fielder running after it, and it's going to just go fall right in front of Vincent there in foul ground territory. Strike 2. 0-2. It's pretty cool to see these jerseys that the Rebels are wearing today. The throwback jerseys. You can see in the bottom left corner the number 85, which is to give credit to the 1985 state championship team. Next pitch, fooled and struck out swinging. So 2 strikeouts in a row here for Credo. That's going to bring up Webb Lewis, the DH. Lewis 0 for 1 in the game. He struck out his first time up. Webb Lewis batting .214 on the season. First pitch in there for a strike. Here's a replay of that strikeout by Credo. Nice pitch, nice curveball. Got Davila and struck him out for his second strikeout of the game. Here's the next pitch on the outside corner. Boy, he is pitching well here in this inning. 0-2. Thrown 12 pitches in this inning. 8 straight of them have been strikes. Here's the pitch. Got him looking. Struck out the side. Nice job there by Credo. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Eagles lead 1-0. Top of the 6th inning for the Rebels coming up. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Ah, football. The roar of the crowd, the crisp fall air. At least you were going to go to the game until your dog got sick, your in-laws decided to visit for the weekend, the grass needs mowing, your sister decided to have her wedding during the biggest game of the year, and, whew, don't sweat it. Take a breath. That's where we come in. Quick Assist seamlessly lists your unused tickets on over a dozen different platforms with the click of a button. And our pricing experts guarantee you're getting the best value for your seats every time. Quick Assist. Your ticket everywhere.
Father Wilson Field here in Houston, Texas. Eagles lead 1-0. Top of the 6th inning coming up. Eagles took the lead in the 2nd inning. Reed Houston got a base hit. And then William Bryant got on with an error. Houston was able to score. And that's how we're at 1-0. Dominic Pizzatola still in the game. He came in relief of Hunter Sage here in the 5th inning. Got himself in a little bit of a jam, but got out of it with a double play started by Houston to Rutsch to Kirk. And that's how we're at 1-0 here still to start the 6th inning. This Rebel team is one excellent team, 20-11-1. They beat one of the better teams here last night, the Lutheran Southern Academy 7-3, and they tied on Thursday night against Houston Christian 6-6. So to hold them to no runs so far has been stellar. So Pizzatola still in the game, ready to pitch. Here's his first pitch. Inside, ball 1. So new batter at the plate, Ryder Thomas at the plate here now. Next pitch, outside, 2-0. So Ryder Thomas in season, batting .308. This is game number 28 for him on the season. Next pitch in there, first strike. 2-1. Eagles have a guy warming up down there in the pen. Fouls off the next pitch. 2-2. Look like Patrick Daly down there warming up for the Eagles. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Ryder Thomas, the first batter, the top of the 6th inning for the Rebels. Swing and a miss, got him. So Pizzatola with his first strikeout of the game. So 1 out. That brings up Carter Deculus coming to the plate. Carter 0 for 1, a walk and a line out in this game. First pitch, a little low, 1-0. Pizzatola got his sign there from Bryant. Here's the pitch. Bouncing ball gets past Kirk underneath his glove into right field for a base hit. Nice hit there by Deculus. Ball just went right underneath his glove. So Brendan Storm's coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2 in the game. Struck out and a walk. So Pizzatola thrown 29 pitches so far here in relief. Brendan Storm's batting .277 on the season. He's got 11 RBIs, runner on first. First pitch, bouncing ball. Bryant snapped down to first. Whoa. Boy, Deculus didn't see that ball coming. Almost had an opportunity to get him there. Nice play there by Bryant. Backhanded that ball and then threw down to first base to Kirk, and Deculus had his back to it. Almost took his time getting back to first base. Good play there by Bryant. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Bouncing ball to Houston. Houston again to second for 1, and only going to get 1 this time. Trying to see if they could turn 2 again, but that time not able to do it. So that's 2 outs. So up the bat, Mason Gonzalez. Bouncing ball to Rutsch. Rutsch has got it. Oh, he bounces, can't get it, and it's going to go through, and it's going to stay on base. So we got now runners on first and second with Mason Gonzalez coming to the plate. We're going to have a pinch runner over there at second base. Kipton Mountain coming out there to run. So now I got runners on first and second. Mason Gonzalez at the plate. Gonzalez today 1 for 2 with a base hit and a pop out. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-0. So had an opportunity to get out of the inning there, but Rush not able to clean that ball. Fieldly at second base. See if Pizzatola can get himself out of this jam here at the moment. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Way outside, Bryant able to backhand it before it got to the backstop. So 2-0. That's been one of the biggest issues for this ball club. Ball's getting past the catcher getting runners into scoring position or sometimes scoring. Pizzatola behind on the count, 2-0 to Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, 3-0. So Pizzatola now struggling here at the moment. Gonzalez batting .289 on the season with 15 RBIs, trying to see if he can tie this game up with the runner at second base. That's Moten over there at second base and running. Here comes a 3-0 pitch by Pizzatola. Ball 4. So bases are loaded now for the catcher, Oliver Dean. Oliver Dean today, 1 for 2 with a base hit. Batting .222 on the season with 4 RBIs. And now the pitching coach is coming out to have a conversation with Pizzatola. Let's see if they're going to change the pitcher here. So they came out in the last inning to have a conversation with Pizzatola when he got in the jam. Was able to get out of it with a double play. Pitching coach out there having a conversation with him and Bryant alone. And Pizzatola's coming out of the game. So today's game brought to you by Texan GMC Buick Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We hear you. So Pizzatola comes into the game in relief of Hunter Sage. He pitches 1 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. So Eagles leading 1-0. Rebels with the bases loaded with Oliver Dean at the plate. We're going to come back. We'll see how that bat goes here in the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
At United Community, we're more than a credit union. We're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Eagles leading 1-0. Rebels with the bases loaded. Patrick Daly coming into the game for the Eagles. This will be game number 8 for him on the season. 17 2/3 innings he has pitched. He's 1-2 on the season, giving up 16 hits with a 3.56 ERA. He's been able to leave 16 runners on base. 10 walks, 10 strikeouts on the season for Daly. In the month of March, he came in and pitched in 3 games, 8 2/3 innings. His command was a little bit rough, had 8 walks and 5 strikeouts. So at the plate will be Oliver Dean, who's 1 for 2 in the game. Bases loaded here at the moment, trying to see if they can get out of this jam. Had an opportunity here in this inning, did not be where they're at the moment. Had an opportunity to get a double play, but it was broken up at second base. And then Rush had an opportunity to field a ball at second, but wasn't able to handle it cleanly. And then Pizzatola just walked a batter, and now we got bases loaded for Oliver Dean at the plate with the Eagles leading 1-0 here. Top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch by Daly. On the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1. So Daly trying to keep the Rebels from scoring here in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner, 0-2. 2 curveballs way outside. The Rebels have so far left 5 runners on base in this game. Daly trying to see if he can make it 8 with one more pitch here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch by Daly. Fouls it off. Reach for it. So Daly in relief. Daly has started 5 games on the season. Does not come out in relief very often. This is only the 3rd time all season for him. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Low. 1-2. Everybody wanted that to be strike 3. Daly's ready to go. Dean ready to go. 1-2 pitch. Down low. 2-2. So Dean's able to work the count to even it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Infield playing regular depth. Here's Daly's 2-2 pitch. Reaches for it and fouls it off to the right side. And they snap, throw it down to second base there. So can the Rebels get a base hit to tie the game or take the lead? Can Daly stop the damage here at the moment with one more pitch? We're going to find out on this 2-2 pitch. Curveball high, 3-2. So Dean has been able to take this from 0-2 all the way to a 3-2 count. Pitch number 8 coming here by Daly to Dean. A big pitch here. Tying run 90 feet away. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Outside, gets away and walks him. And that ties the game here 1-1 with Jackson Bro coming to the plate. So Daly had him up 0-2 on that at bat and lost him with a walk. So Jackson Bro coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1, fly out and walk in this game. Bases are still loaded. Eagles have another player warming up in the pen down the left field line. Daly, 3rd pitcher in the game here today for the Eagles. Here's a pitch. Bouncing ball to Rutsch. Rutsch has got it at second base. Flips it to Kirk at first and gets it and gets out of the inning. Rebels leave 3 runners on, but they tie the game here 1-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th coming up for the Eagles. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Ah, football. The roar of the crowd, the crisp fall air. At least you were going to go to the game until your dog got sick, your in-laws decided to visit for the weekend, the grass needs mowing, your sister decided to have her wedding during the biggest game of the year, and whew, don't sweat it. Take a breath. That's where we come in. Quick Assist seamlessly lists your unused tickets on over a dozen different platforms with the click of a button. And our pricing experts guarantee you're getting the best value for your seats every time. Quick Assist. Your ticket everywhere.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric will show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Jay Marcantel at the plate, 0-1 count. Credo coming into relief, retired the last 3 batters. Next pitch, strike 2. 0-2. Credo came in the 5th inning, retired the first 3 batters that he faced. He's already thrown 11 straight strikes. Next pitch, strike, a foul off. 0-2. Difference in this game today, the Rebels have left 8 runners on base here in this game. Eagles and Rebels tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the order for the Eagles. Marketel, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the 4th strikeout for Credo. He's faced 4 batters and struck them all out. So here comes Braxton Mandela to the plate. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Switch hitter, he's going to bat right-handed here. So the Rebels able to add a run here in the top of the 6th inning to tie the game. Curveball on the outside. That's the first ball by Credo. 1-0. Mandela trying to see if he can get himself on base. Curveball on the outside corner, strike 1. 1-1. Mandela batting .345 on the season. He's got a triple, or a home run. He has a home run, 2 triples, and 5 doubles on the season. So he's ahead of the count, 2-1. Here comes a pitch, curveball on the outside corner. Boy, that's such a good pitch. That by Credo. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Low, 3-2. So Mandela trying to get himself on with Travis Rutsch, the 3-hole hitter standing on deck. Rutsch is 1 for 2 in this game. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. And that is the 5th strikeout in a row. He's retired all 5 batters he's seen in relief with a strikeout. Great pitching here by Credo. So here comes Travis Rutsch to the plate. 1 for 2 in the game. Here's a pitch. That's his money pitch, but that one missed on the outside corner. So 1-0. Here's a pitch. Curveball outside. 2-0. This pitcher in 22 1/3 innings coming into today's game had struck out 19 batters. So far, he has faced 5 batters here for the Eagles coming in relief and have struck them all out. Here's the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. 2-1. On deck, Reed Houston for the Eagles. Rutsch trying to see if he can get himself on base. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Hits a ball to left field. Left fielder's coming in on it. It drops in front of him, in front of Deculus. Base hit by Rutsch. And that's the first batter to even really make contact against this pitcher. So Rutsch is on first base. Houston coming to the plate, 1 for 2 in this game. Houston batting on the season, .292. Standing over there at first base is Rutsch with only 3 stolen bases. First pitch in their first strike. Rutsch does have a stolen base in this game though today, so he's up to 4 now. So Credo ahead of the count on Houston, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Curveball, bouncing ball. Third baseman's got it. Storms. Throw to second. Throw to first. Got him. Nice play there by Storms. And that's the end of the inning. So the Eagles leave 1 runner on. Nobody scores. Tie game, top of the 7th inning coming up right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Ah, football. The roar of the crowd, the crisp fall air. At least you were going to go to the game until your dog got sick, your in-laws decided to visit for the weekend, the grass needs mowing, your sister decided to have her wedding during the biggest game of the year, and whew, don't sweat it. Take a breath. That's where we come in. Quick Assist seamlessly lists your unused tickets on over a dozen different platforms with the click of a button. And our pricing experts guarantee you're getting the best value for your seats every time. Quick Assist. Your ticket everywhere.
At United Community, we're more than a credit union. We're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Legacy Sports Network, LSNsports.com, broadcasting high school athletics for 18 years in the greater Houston area, is building a legacy one game at a time. Please follow us on our social media pages. Like us on Facebook on LSN Sports, or follow us on X at Legacy Sportsnet and on Instagram at Legacy Sports Network. Tie game 1-1. You're looking in there at Coach Adam Mazziotti looking at his team. Tie game 1-1. They've pitched well here in this game today. Struggled a little bit in the 5th inning and the 6th inning. We're able to get out in the 5th inning with a double play. In the 6th inning, had a few issues. But the Rebels able to score. They've left 8 runners on. Top of the order, Caden Chavez at the plate. He's 1 for 2 in the game. First pitch is in there for a strike. He got on in the 1st inning with a bunt. Trying to see if he can get himself on base here. Top of the order for the Rebels. Bouncing ball. Kirk's got it. Flip it to Daly. He's got to go quick, and the ball, boy, he just barely got it. Nice play there by Kirk. So 1 out. That was a great replay. Great play there by Kirk. Watch this play here by Kirk. Kirk gets it. He's got his back to it. He flips it to Daly. Daly's got to get there quickly because Chavez is quick as well, but beats him by a step. Nice job there by our camera crew to get that great play there by Daly and Kirk. Here's William Power at the plate. First pitch is in, ball, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, tie game 1-1. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-0. Daly in relief of Pizzatola. Pizzatola came in the game for Hunter Sage. Here's the pitch. In there for strike. Hunter Sage started the game for the Eagles. 4 innings, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Pizzatola came in the game. Pitched 1 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. And 1 run came in. And then Daly came into the game here and has now pitched in 2/3 of an inning with a walk. 3-1 count to Power. Here's a pitch. Walk. So William Power gets himself on base here. That's going to bring up Ryder Thomas to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. So warming up down there for the Eagles, they've got Chris Fuentes, who's normally their shortstop, warming up down there in the pen for the Eagles. Ryder Thompson at the plate. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1-0. Thomas batting .308 on the season. Game number 28 for him. He's only got four hits and 13 at-bats. He normally comes in as a pinch runner. He's got 17 runs scored. Next pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1. On deck, Carter Deculus. Carter's 1 for 2 in this game. Here's Daly's 1-1 pitch. Showing bunt, puts it down. Daly picks it up. Can he get it to first in time? Gets by Kirk, goes into right field. Runner's come around second. He's going to come around third. He's going to score. Runner's going to go all the way to third base. And gets in at third. Wow. Ball from Daly to Kirk, and Power scores all the way from first base. And Thomas goes all the way to third. He's got great speed. And they now take the lead 2-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. With Carter Deculus at the plate, 1 for 2 in the game. Infield playing in. He hits a first pitch bomb off to left field. Riles goes over his head, goes all the way to the wall. That's going to bring one runner in. Deculus going to go into second base. And they now take the lead 3-1 here, scoring 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning. That was a good hit there by Deculus. Riles thought he had an opportunity for it, but the ball just went over his glove and rolled all the way to the wall. And now here comes the pitching coach to have a conversation with him. So 2 runs have come in here in the top of the 7th inning, with the Rebels now leading 3-1. They're going to take the ball out of Daly's hands. We're going to have a new pitcher coming into the game. We'll talk about it here in a minute. Rebels leading 3-1. We'll be back right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric will show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
All right, we're back here with the Rebels now taking the lead 3-1. Jackson Riles, the left fielder, the ball went over his head. You could see something happen to him immediately after that, and then he came walking over here to the sidelines, and it looks like he's got a bloody nose. I thought maybe first it was a contact lens issue, but then you could see there was an issue there with his nose, and now they got Kleenex. It looks like he's got a bloody nose, so that ball went over his head, and somehow, not sure what happened to Riles, but he's going to come out of the game. And we have a new pitcher into the game here as well for the Eagles. We now have Chris Fuentes into the game for the Eagles in relief. Chris Fuentes is normally a shortstop on this ball club. He's coming in relief to pitch. Chris Fuentes on the season has only pitched 1 2/3 innings. This will be game number 3 for him. He's faced 9 batters. Saw him a few weeks ago pitch in a game. He struggled with his command, had 2 walks, but had a few strikeouts. And he's coming in relief with the Rebels now leading 3-1 here at the moment. So I didn't see if they took out Riles, if Riles is going to come back into this game or not. So Fuentes has a strong arm. He was a shortstop in the game on Tuesday that won the game. Took a ball, backhanded it at shortstop, and threw the runner out at first base. A speedster running down the first base line. So Fuentes into the game now. We got a runner at second base, Deculus at second, Brennan Storms at the plate. Brennan Storms today 1 for 3. A strikeout, a base hit, and a ground out. Here's a pitch by Fuentes. First pitch, curveball in there for a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-1. So 1 out. Bryant coming out to have a quick conversation with Fuentes there. Might have got fooled on that pitch. So Fuentes here in relief. Game number 3 for him on the season pitching. On deck, Hunter Clavel. Here's a pitch, curveball, swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Fuentes. Fuentes normally starting shortstop in the game, here in relief today. Carter Deculis over there at second base. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Storms. High, 1-2. Rebels add 2 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. On an error by Daly to Kirk. And then a base hit by Deculis, a double by Deculis in the left field, brought in another run. Here's the pitch. Got him. So there's the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Hudson Clavel to the plate, 0 for 3 in the game. Left-handed batter. Here's Fuentes' pitch. Fouled it off to the left side. 0-1. Here's a replay of that strikeout by Fuentes. Nice pitch there by Fuentes. Fuentes now was strikeout number 4 on the season for him on the season. So 0-1, 2 outs, runner on second base. Curveball in the inside corner. Good pitch there by Fuentes. Fuentes coming into the game and just throwing strikes. 6 pitches so far by Fuentes, and he's looked good here in relief. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Hit the center field. Good hit. Marcantel on his horse. Ball goes over his head to the wall. Runner's coming around third. He's going to round second. He's going to try to go to third. Here's the throw by Mandela, and he gets into third. Wow, that was a great hit there by Clavel all the way to center field over Marcantel's head. Ball went about 365 feet. And they now add another run to the board. It's now 4-1 here in the top of the 7th inning for the Rebels. They've added 3 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's a hit by Clavel. Marcantel was on his horse, but then realized the ball was going to go way over his head and goes all the way to third base. Here's a shot by Gonzalez to third base to Houston, who gets it and throws to first and gets out of the inning. But the Rebels add 3 more runs here in the top of the 7th inning to take the lead. 4-1. Eagles coming up, trying to see if they can keep this winning streak going. We're going to find out here on the Legacy Sports Network.
At United Community, we're more than a credit union. We're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
Rebels 4, Eagles 1, bottom of the 7th inning. William Bryant coming to the plate, try to see if they can put some runners on base. Bryant 0 for 2 in the game. Credo, who's coming to the game in relief, has been nothing but stellar. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts in this game. Came in for Bordeaux, who pitched 4 innings, 2 hits, gave up no runs, but 1 run did come in, and 7 strikeouts. They have 12 strikeouts in the game here today for the Rebels. So William Bryant at the plate. Here's the first pitch. He's going to show bunt. First pitch is in there for a strike. So one of the things I noticed in the month of March, this team, they struck out 71 times. Their game they won on Tuesday afternoon, they only struck out one time. Today, they've struck out 12 times in this game. And Bryant now behind 0-2 on the count. So no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch outside, 1-2. So Bryant trying to see if he can keep this game going. Down 4-1. Next pitch, down low, 2-2. Eagles had the lead 1-0 till the top of the 6th inning. Then the Rebels able to add 1. And then top of the 7th, they added 3 more to give them a 4-1 lead here. Bryant hits a little ball down the left side, foul. Credo, who's coming to the game in relief, has thrown 34 pitches but has 5 strikeouts in this game. Only person who's been able to really make any contact in this game was Travis Rutsch there in the bottom of the 6th inning with a base hit. So Bryant, 2-2 count. Cardona is on deck in place of Jackson Riles. Here's the next pitch. Inside, but fouls it off. That ball's going to be a stinger off his hands. So 2-2. William Bryant, starting catcher here today for the Eagles. Batting .347 on the season. Here comes the pitch behind him. 3-2. Boy, that's the most wildest pitch we've seen from Credo in this game. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Foul tip, caught, strike 3. So that's the 6th strikeout in relief. So here's Keegan Cardona in to replace Jackson Riles, who left the game with a bloody nose there in the top of the 7th inning. Cardona coming into the game batting .192 on the season, batting left-handed. He also plays right field. Cardona's with a strong arm. First pitch hits him. So Cardona's command here at the moment in the bottom of the 7th inning hasn't been as good as it was. And now we got a runner on first base. That's going to bring up Kevin Kirk coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2 in the game. He had a 7-pitch at bat earlier here today. Batting left-handed, 0 for 2 in the game. Batting .143, so you got a runner on first base. Tying run is on deck for the Eagles. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Credo is definitely a little bit more of a command issue here all of a sudden in this bottom of the 7th inning. 39 pitches so far for him, 10 already in this inning. Next pitch, down low, 2-0. Kirk just needs to keep a good eye here. Trying to see if he can get himself on base. On deck, they've got Trip Marion, the freshman, is on deck. Gonna hit for Dominic Davila. Gonna show bunt, but it's in there for a strike. 2-1. So Kirk ahead of the count, 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch by Credo. Fouls it off. 2-2. So Cardona over there at first base. Cardona has no stolen bases on the season. Hasn't even taken an opportunity to run on the season on the base paths. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Fouled it off. So Kirk battling here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. It's a roller to shortstop, power for one at second to first, double play, and that ends the ball game as well. The Rebels end off the ball game with a double play by Powers to Bro to Gonzalez to end this ball game, and the Rebels are going to go back to Louisiana with a win 4-1 over the St. Thomas Eagles. We'll be back for the postgame show next, right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 18 years of broadcasting excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy one game at a time.
At United Community, we're more than a credit union. We're here with the financial solutions you need to keep life moving forward, so you can focus less on your money and more on what matters. Unite your financial future at unitedccu.com.
Rebels with the lead win here today, 4-1. Here's the last hit of the game here by Kevin Kirk. Hits it to Powers at shortstop. Flips it to second for one to Bro. To first to Gonzalez, and that ends the ball game with the Rebels leading 4-1 over the St. Thomas Eagles. The Rebels now in today's game, they are now 21-11 and 1 on the season. And that takes the St. Thomas Eagles to 12-12 now on the season. Well, it was a good game here so far today for the Eagles. They were playing well. They were 1-0 all the way to the sixth inning. Sixth inning, they had an opportunity to get out of it, but a couple miscues tied the game 1-1. And then in the top of the seventh inning with an error that was able to score the leading run, and then two more runs came on, and the end of the ball game with them winning the game 4-1 on 7 hits and 2 errors, and the Eagles with 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. The person for the Eagles that was a highlight today, Travis Rush, 2 for 3 on the game, and Reed Houston was 1 for 3. The winning pitcher here today for the Tuerlings Catholic Rebels will be Carson Credeau. Came in relief, 3 innings pitched, gave up 1 hit, 6 strikeouts. Isaac Bordeaux, the starting pitcher, had 7 strikeouts, 13 strikeouts on the day for the Tuerlings Catholic Rebels. St. Thomas Eagles losing pitcher today was Patrick Daly. He gave up the runs there in the 7th inning, and that's the end of the ball game here today. Final score, Tuerlings Catholic Rebels 4, St. Thomas Eagles 1. Join us Monday night. St. Thomas Eagles will be taking on the Tomball Concordia Lutheran Crusaders at 7 p.m. There'll be an audio game only, called by me here, Jeff Kemps, here on the Legacy Sports Network. Again, the final score here today from Father Wilson Field, the Tuerlings Catholic Rebels 4, St. Thomas Eagles 1. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you Monday night.